So today I'm going to be showing you my reading list of the winter arc. And I just want to give a disclaimer. This is not a nonfiction list. I probably have one nonfiction book on here, but everything is romance novels. I have been reading a lot of gory stuff and I just am not interested in nonfiction. I'm not involved. I'm not. So the first book on my list is Things We Hide from the Light. I actually started reading the series a little over a year ago and my life has been so crazy. So like I've just been reading it in increments. I've read the first two books and this is the last book I have. At this point, I'm just reading it because I said I would finish the series. Like the second book was my favorite. The first one was I'm excited to read it, but not as excited as I was a year ago. But you're actually going to see a lot of books by this specific author on this list. I'm even currently reading The Paradise Problem, and I've been trying to finish that book for 3 weeks now, and life has just been getting in the way. Like, I just want to get away, baby. I have heard the girlies on Book talk about how funny and how interesting and how nice and relatable it is. And I'm just like in it for the comedic relief. I'm in it for lightheartedness and just like silly, stupid, funny love. That's what I'm going for. If it turns out to be anything else, I'm gonna be pissed because I'm just hoping this is just a mindless read. Next book on my list is Mame, and obviously you don't really got to do much to influence me. I'm just kidding. But their reviews of this book made me get the book because I was just like, oh my God, that sounds so good. And I'm definitely here for like African stories. I feel like I'm not so great at reading books from African authors just because I was not really raised in that environment. That is one of my goals, to get into books written by African authors. And yes, if he had been with me, this book I'm going to save for the absolute last. I'm probably going to read this book towards the end of the year. Like, I'm talking maybe a few days before the New Year's, because I saw the girlies crying. The reviews were just like, this book is really sad. I have already gone through a traumatic book experience like a few weeks ago from reading The Idea of You. And I just want to save every sorrow that is going to come from any book for a season where I'm already going to be sad. Okay. So this book is going to be the immediate next book after I get done with the other two. You know what I'm talking about. I heard that this is such a good story and it's such an unconventional story because it's actually about a Muslim couple. I have never read any stories, any love stories related to Muslims or just even like religious love stories because I don't know, I just think it's religion, love story, I don't know, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a good book, and this is why I saved this book. I've had this book on my list since I saw it a week ago. So, what did I do? I got the book because I am invested. Because the girlies are saying this man is a green flag. And what do we love? A man that is a green flag. Period. I foresee myself reading this book maybe beginning of next year because the guy I I don't know. I already got the book. I hear it's good. I've read the reviews. I've been on the review pages. It's good. But I just think that it's going to be a really slow book, just even from like the first few pages that I've taken a peek into. But I'm really, 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 really excited. I'm really excited. I am not too crazy about the cover of this book, but in my defense, Your Honor, in my defense, it's a good book. And you're going to be like, Shayo, how do you know it's a good book? You've never read the book. I have heard people that have read the book say that it's a good book. And that's enough for me. So I have decided to look past this cover because I'm just like, first time I saw the cover, I'm just like, girl, girl, girl. But we're going to look past this. Very last on my list is Will I Ever Be Enough? And I already know that this book is just going to really, really break it for me. And this is why it's going to be the very last on my list. Maybe like beginning of next year. If I can't make it through the first few chapters, I'm pushing it. I am pushing it. In all honesty, I have heard a lot of good reviews about this book, and I'm not necessarily excited to read it but I'm excited in a different way. I feel like this is going to help me dissect a lot of things because I have been reading a lot of books along the lines of this topic because we're dissecting this, baby. And that is what I am essentially excited for. So yeah, that concludes my reading list, I guess. Let me know what you are currently reading in the comments. Or if you are not a reading girly and you are hoping to get back into reading, yeah,